Up of a first alert weather day for tomorrow because conditions are going to be so brutal. We're going to welcome in 19 first alert meteorologist Andy Chillian. Andy, remind our audience, when we say a day has been designated as a first alert weather day, what are we talking about?
Well, we're talking, Dan, about conditions that can be impactful or disruptive to daily life activities, something that you want to be aware of and maybe alter some plans as necessary. And so that is certainly what tomorrow is going to be when we have a 19 first alert weather day in effect.
And we've actually been watching our temperature. Here's a live picture of I-90 out in Avon and Avon Lake. Beautiful blue skies, lots of sunshine, one of those really deceptive days, thinking you're going to walk out there and you're going to get some melting of the snow. No, just 24 degrees, and it's actually getting colder as we speak, correct?
Yes, it is, actually. So we actually saw that below freezing stretch ended overnight. While a lot of us were sleeping, that the thermometer did rise above freezing at Hopkins, but since an Arctic front moved through, we've been seeing temperatures drop ever since this morning. And the sun is nice to see. I will say we're getting more sunshine than expected today, so soak it in, because we know it's not going to last very long this time of year.
Let's walk through that first alert weather day. What are we looking at?
Yeah, this is what we're looking at, Dan, and everybody, to all of our viewers out there. For tomorrow, we're looking at very Arctic air. So that Arctic front, I call it Arctic front, not cold front this time of year because it's already cold. It has blown through, and so we're going to see very cold temperatures and some wind tomorrow. Lake effect snow, and I know some of our viewers may be thinking, all right, the lake's freezing over, that should shut it down. Well, it's not enough yet. We don't have that much ice coverage on Lake Erie yet to stop lake effect snow, and we also have the other lakes that work in tandem, so we still have the opportunity for that. But to break it down tomorrow, highs are in the teens. Wind chills, though, will be below zero, mainly in the morning hours. So that's when the air can get kind of dangerous. It's almost like the opposite, of course, of a heat wave in the summer when it gets to be dangerously hot. We talk about heat indices, or the feels like above 100. Well, those wind chills, once they drop below zero, it also can be dangerous to be outside for any prolonged period of time. So that's why there may be some school delays, maybe some closings. We can't really predict those here. We're just giving you the information, and obviously school administrators will decide with that information what they want to do. But if any kids do have school tomorrow morning, they're going to need to dress in layers at the bus stop for sure, limit time outside as much as possible, and then travel impacts possible, especially in those snowbelt zones where we could start to see the snow piling up. So really a couple things we'll be watching tomorrow is the snow and the cold. But another look outside right now, again, a bit more sunshine than expected, but still plenty of snow on the ground in Parma. And as Dan was showing you earlier, I-90, this is our camera from Avon, lots of sun is out there. But it's those temperatures, as you can see right now, it's only 24 right now in Cleveland, 26 in Akron, as well as 25 in Canton. Basically, all of us are below freezing. And when you factor in the wind chill, it's even colder than that. So first alert Doppler, obviously quiet right now with that sun being out. But you can see the lake effect snow is certainly cranking across some of the other Great Lakes right now. Lake Michigan, for example, a lot of lake effect snow over to Grand Rapids, and you can see Detroit as well. And so we are going to see that activity beginning to come this way later on tomorrow. But I do want to focus on the wind chill because that's what's going to be the biggest thing. So if you're headed out this evening, temperatures will keep dropping. The wind chill, those are the lower numbers that you see, and those are going to be even colder. So while the thermometer may read lower 20s, it's going to only feel like the single digits for the evening commute and as we head overnight as well. And then it's tomorrow morning when temperatures are going to be in the teens and wind chills will be below freezing, and that's what our first alert future view shows. So temperatures get colder. You can see the lake effect snow is going to be out there. Notice really a due west to east motion with that, and so I'm watching very closely along the lakeshore of Ashtabula and Lake counties. If we can get a persistent band setting up like this suggests, we could be talking about several inches of snow, and so that's something that could certainly slow down Route 2 as well as 90 if that does materialize. Notice it's shifting a little bit north as we head through the morning, and you see this is Tuesday at 7 a.m. Really, that's the only lake effect we're talking about, but notice an enhancement. We really start to see those snow showers blow up as we head through tomorrow afternoon. So all of us, I would say, in northeast Ohio are going to get in on some snow, but as usual, it's the snow belt and those lake effect areas, or those snow belt zones, I should say, they're going to get it on the most. And then once we head through a late Tuesday into Wednesday morning, you can see some lingering snow showers, mainly in the morning, for those lake effect areas. So breaking it down with our snow tracker here, I'll take things through overnight through tomorrow morning. Very, very minimal amounts, if even anything, outside of the immediate snow belt. And even there you see from areas like Menor, Madison, Ashtabula. If we can get that band really overperforming, we could be talking about more than an inch or two. Otherwise, that's that. But then fast forwarding throughout the day tomorrow, you can see more areas getting in on snow. Some of our secondary snow belt from Medina over towards Ridgefield could be getting in on a bit more snow. Otherwise, a few inches for sure in those primary snow belt locations, and even right along the lakeshore with that snow band. So this is through late tomorrow with the snow accumulations. And then I want to show you our wind chill tracker. You can see tomorrow at 7 a.m. This is what it's going to be feeling like outside. This is dangerous cold when it feels like it's below zero. In some cases, 5 to maybe 10 degrees below zero is what it's going to feel like tomorrow morning. And we don't really see much improvement throughout the day. We may see the feels like temperature near zero or just above. But either way, it's going to be a pretty almost brutally cold day tomorrow. And it's the snow and the wind chill is why we have that 19 first alert weather day in effect, Dan.
Yeah, and this is, Andy, this is not a meteorological term. This is my term. This is stupid cold.
Yeah.
This is when it gets dangerous and dumb, and if you're outside for any period of time, you just start saying to yourself, this is just stupid, and you have to keep in mind how dangerous it can be. Think about the pets tonight. Think about if you have pipes that tend to freeze. This is what we're talking about. This is why we're giving you the first alert, because you really do need to watch tomorrow and how it's going to impact things. Andy, we're going to take that 15-second break, and hopefully you have some, a break for us from this cold, but I don't think it's coming. So give us just 15 seconds.
I've represented families just like yours for over 4 decades. Listen, if you need me, call me. You know I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out for you.
It's been a rough stretch of January. We've got a couple of months to go, and this is not a great 7-day.
It's really not. If you're not a fan of the cold, we're going to be in it for quite some time. It looks really busy, so I'm going to do my best to break things down little by little here. Tomorrow, as I went in detail with the 19 first alert weather day, the lake effect snow and the cold. Wednesday, scattered snow is mainly early in the snow belt. I'd say a lot of us are going to be dry, out of at least the teens, but still pretty cold out there. Thursday looks like we have another weak, almost clipper-like system coming through with a few snow showers. We're not as cold, but either way, you watch that morning temperature, though, near 10 degrees, so that will certainly be not so great. Friday, I would say highlight it if you can take the day off. I mean, in winter, you know, it's hard to maybe find a great day, but it looks to be right now on Friday we're above freezing. We see the sun again. We're dry. That may be the nicest day for who knows how long, because a lot's going to be happening from the weekend and the start of next week. We have a system that's going to be moving through on Saturday. This looks to bring a wintry mix. Likely may very well start as some rain before transitioning to snow, because you still see temperatures are above freezing. But then once we head throughout the day, those temperatures begin dropping. There'll be some snow. And then Sunday and Monday, those snow chances, I will say, are a little bit of uncertainty right now. It really depends on how a system is going to take shape. We've got a big old, what we call trough of low pressure, and that brings that really cold Canadian Arctic air. And where exactly that sets up, there looks to be some low pressure riding along that, and that can determine where that snow does set up. So I will put those chances in for right now. But as you look at Monday, which is MLK Day, very, very cold, and confidence is increasing right now on a period of next week, at least for the first couple, 2 or 3 days of the week, to see these types of temperatures with highs in the teens, lows in the single digits, and wind chills will certainly be below zero. So kind of like what we're going to see tomorrow, you copy and paste that to the next few days starting on Monday of next week. So we are not done with this chill yet. You'll really want to enjoy Friday and at least Saturday while we're a bit above freezing, because it looks like we're going to be plunging into even more of an Arctic chill a week from today. So not done with this yet, Dan. I mean, it seems like it may be rare around here. I feel like this is normal Cleveland weather, maybe not that cold. Just seems like the past couple winters we really haven't seen this type of duration of cold. We're not sneaking any 50s or 60s in there for sure. So this is certainly what we're getting a taste with for this winter of 2025 so far.
Yeah, it's been a tough winter so far, and like I said, we've got a couple of months to go. We know how brutal February can be, and that's normally the bad month. So maybe they've just reversed themselves.
Yeah, getting started
year.
early, that's for sure.
Andy Chillian, 19 First Alert meteorologist. We'll see you at 3 o'clock.
All right, sounds good.
All right, take care. We do have 3.5 hours of news, weather, and sports coming up at 3 o'clock. It's been a busy day, busy afternoon, so you'll want to make sure you tune in to Channel 19 and get updated on the very latest. Until then, I'm Dan DeRosa with 19 News. Have a good day.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media at Cleveland 19 News.